Let's do a lightning lesson of James Rae's In a Dream from his 40 Modern Studies for Clarinet. I'll play it through and then we'll take a look at it. Let's take a look at the piece now, phrase at a time. But first, let's have a look at the time signature and things. We have a slow ballad in 4/4 time with a swing feel. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so I'll just play through it, play through that first phrase. Rhythmically, there is a lot going on here. So if you can understand this, then you will be set for the rest of the piece. So let's break it down. We have a lot of rhythmic elements, such as crotchet, swung quavers, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then triplets, 1 and 2 and pineapple, pineapple, that kind of thing. And then we have this semi-quaver quaver rhythm that shows up. So 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN, or if you want to think of a tune, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little teddy bears. Okay, the teddy bear rhythm. All right, so let's go back and then try and identify each of those. So I'm going to really emphasize those rhythmic groupings. So hopefully with all the beams and stuff, it helps easily identify where these groups are. Now, there are a lot of lines in there. There's ties, there's slow marks everywhere, and they can be confusing. It kind of sometimes artificially groups things together. When I say artificially, it makes you feel like, oh, long note. But no, you want to identify those groupings, the pairs of swung quavers, ta, 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 the crotchets, da, da, and the triplets, da, ga, da, da, ga, da. So let's go from the beginning again, and I'm taking away all those slurs and ties. See, now that helps you identify those rhythmic elements. And then you put all the details back in, you put your ties, you put your slurs back in, and you get your nice slow ballad. This is where I kind of think of this as the first comma in the music, so the first opportunity for a good breath. The music needs to breathe here. So again, we have our swung quavers, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 in the triplets, 3 and 4 and then the teddy bears, 2, 3, then 4, 1. I just do a little chromatic movement here. And then some triplets. Now these ones are a little bit challenging because they just go for it. The ties will maybe tempt you to play a note too long, but those triplet rhythms are going to be unrelenting. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, right? They just go. Let's play it again from the little run. And then we're back to the original phrase again. Okay, so you've got your 2 phrases, and you're back to the top for that first idea. And really, now you're taking all those rhythmic elements that you've already learnt and now applying it to the rest of the piece. So let's just keep on going. Just a tip with the quaver, crotchet quaver rhythm, it's an incredibly common rhythm in jazz. If it gets confusing, you got to remember, you've got your swung quaver train, you got to get on board. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that crotchet comprises of 2 quavers. It will be, in this case, a short quaver and a long quaver. So 1 and 2 and 3, or long, short, long, short, long. And now for a little grace note. That underlying swung groove is always there. The first appearance of a crotchet triplet. So we have 3 crotchets in the space of 2 crotchets. So we're making these 3 evenly spaced notes across 2 beats. Dun, 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 dun. But again, same words, games you can apply. So pineapple, pineapple. The temptation will be probably to lengthen the middle one too much. So you hear a lot of da, 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 da. No, you want to have that dragged quality to it. Alright, so the next section. The next section introduces some interesting technical challenges. We have quite a bit of usage of an E flat in here. Now once you've got your E flat down and you've got the typical clarinet that doesn't have the left hand E flat key, you've only got the one right hand E flat, that is going to dictate proceedings as you go backwards through the music. So if you look at bar 17, we have an E flat, and there's a D flat before it. And it comes quite a bit before it because it comes up in the previous bar. You might want to put L in there, like left hand, to make sure that you have a left hand D flat, so then when you get to the E flat, you're not going to get yourself in a tricky situation where you're having to quickly swap over. Okay, so bar left hand D flat. And just remember, F flat, what is an F flat? It's a semitone lower than an F, so it's taking you to the same fingering as an E. Okay, and now some more notes that you don't see too often. A C flat, again, what's a semitone lower than a C? We have the B fingering. So again, there's a presence of the E flats, so that's dictating a lot of left hand D flat in this case. If we were to take bar 22, you see that E flat, you go back, you have to use a left hand D flat, and therefore a right hand C. And then that kind of works nicely because B flat uses the left hand, so you've got this fantastic right, left, right situation happening, which is quite nice. Again, triplets. 1, pineapple, 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 pineapple. Right, you just got to keep that rhythm going. Maybe slow down. we're back to the original phrase of the piece. Well, actually, very, very similar to the opening phrase of the piece, but with our crotchet triple at the end. So let's just close out the music. And that is James Rae's In a Dream.